Yeah, I think it should be live now. I think so. Just check. Okay. Let me just copy this. I'm trying to set up so that the stream is so the Steam comments are visible. YouTube chat. Okay. This URL apply. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's not visible inside the stream still. I'm trying to set it up because hey guys, yeah, so many names already joining. That's incredible. 6 people already, and I just started the stream. So let me just I wanted to make comments visible inside the stream, but I guess it doesn't really quite work. Doc, yes, okay. And I can close this, okay, and have this one. Check. No, not this. Okay, yeah, this, okay. Right. Wait, can you see it inside the stream itself, or do you have to yeah, notifications can really come in clutch. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, guys, I see a lot of majority of people are watching me from USA, from UK. There are viewers, some viewers from India, from viewers from Philippines. I think there are some from Russia. Yeah, it's pretty much people all over the world. Yeah. Yeah, it should be pinging as well. Let me just check if the links over there are correct. Yep, this one is 100% correct. All right. Yeah, let me just invite someone also asked me to send them a okay, send okay, here also send and who else? I think that should be it. I think that should be it, guys. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I had the idea to, let me just check. I think this maybe, how do I make it look nice? Okay, let me just go full screen. Is the full screen being recorded? Let me just set it up. Capture specific window, yes, and this one only. I think it should look all much better now. I guess I can do this here. Something is a bit off with okay, the resolution is better now, so I can just put this over here, and I think it should all be looking much more in line now. Subtitles, I'm not sure they're available during a live stream exactly, but yeah, hey, yeah, a lot of people are joining, a lot of people. So I let me just check. I think everything should be visible, and that everything should be perfectly visible right now. Alright, so I had the idea. I wanted to grind also in the stream a bit to kind of show how I'm leveling my bots. Right now, some of you may be aware of it, but some maybe want to see. So I wanted to max out the Tasmania Kid, and there is a very effective way to kind of do it all. And I guess I have some tips and tricks to kind of make it as easier as possible. So I do have a team preset up over here, and I want to have as much power as possible, and this may be a confirmation bias, but for whatever reason I feel like when I'm using a higher power team, I'm not gonna deploy everyone, but when I go to Prime Zone I feel like I get a bit easier bases. So let me show it not always the case, but yeah, this one is relatively easy for a Prime Zone actually. So for this one, let me take Purple Kremzik. Wonky Wheel, can I bring up something? Should we have another level on raid or just open all 3 tiers? I'm not sure what do you mean on raid and levels. I'm not sure what you mean exactly. Can you please elaborate? That would be more helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna burn this now. Scavenger is awesome. I like him a lot, and honestly, with the upcoming nerf to pipes, the bridge is gonna be closed down a little between all the combiners. Excuse me, between all the tank bots. Let me just and hope I'm trying not to pop the combiner too early. Okay, let's just and I had to pop a combiner, of course. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal though. My Ruination still has a lot of health, so I can do as much damage as possible here. Okay, let me drop minions. Alright, sharks are annoying, so I'm gonna have to nuke them with AoE. And I hope to get closer. Okay, to do as much damage as possible. Just get down the HQ, and rest doesn't matter, not at all. Come on. Just a little, yes, okay, pull it off. Yeah, rest doesn't matter, I'm just gonna fast forward. Now let me catch up to the comments. Artemus Prime says, my top team haven't had any real challenges in Zone 17. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the higher power team you bring, the easier zones, the easier battles you get. But when I brought like a 38k team, right, I ended up getting people from G1 Psyops. So, again, it may be a confirmation bias on my part, but just how I feel about it. What do you think about the new updates? Do you have particular favorites? Yeah, well, I would like to go over the update as well. I just I wanna spend some fuel cells right now and kind of show the grind. But yeah, new update. It has definitely some interesting stuff. And Chromia buff looks very powerful to me. You know, for those unaware, when her tower is destroyed, everyone in range will receive basically 60% more damage, which in my opinion is very powerful. I think you can really stack a lot of damage that way. Let me just get rid of sharks a little. Okay, and maybe deploy now Ruination. Yeah, I'm gonna play for a bit, and then I would like to go over the patch, because we got patch notes. We got an entire document, and while it may not all necessarily be final yet, I think it's like 90, 95% done. This gen is also tough, everything is just there. Let's do this. Okay, drop these guys and hope I can do some damage. I just want to take down the HQ. Rest doesn't matter as much. Alright, come on guys, almost there. And of course I'm gonna of course, and I don't have Silverbolt built up. Silverbolt would pretty much very easily take this is so annoying, and I don't even have enough time, honestly. Maybe with Leo, let's try with Leo. If he can reach, he can. Okay, let's do it again, because why not? Yes, okay, I salvaged it. Okay. Let's just do this as well now. Okay, managed it. Okay, now let me catch up to the chat. And also, I don't know. I just take you. Okay, now. Fire build bots. Yeah, I'm not really seeing many either. The waterproof in the last beta was a bit of a problem, but okay. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing pretty fine, thank you. Also, I guess a bit tired from the entire week, but so far so good. And And the Wonky wants to ask, we have had a hard, medium, and easy rates for Shanix at the moment. We can only choose one of the three. Could another level be added or open to difficulties to be hit? So not good in my... Well, you can hit all three raids, but in different alliance. You can hit all three and get all three rewards. Basically, if your main alliance does hard raids, and once it is finished, you can go to an alliance that starts medium raid. You can do medium raid, and you can get medium raid rewards. Afterwards, you can go to alliance that does easy raids and get easy raids as well, easy rewards as well. So yeah, you can get a lot of Shanix. You know, I believe up to 12,000 per week if you're really so. If you're so dedicated, right? AC says I only learned around 8,000 in the event. Well, it's a really good event, so if you can play it, I definitely do want to say so. Yeah. And Twilight here says, why is the game stacked on top of each other? What do you mean about games stacked on top of each other? Let me check. I'm not sure what you mean. But okay, is Chromia going to be example of a bot that is only good at SR 11? Well, many bots are only good at Super Attack 11, so you know, but that's kind of the trend that they're going for. They want you to spend as much as possible to upgrade the bot. So I don't know really, because yeah, we do have a good chunk of bots that are only good at that level of investment. So let me check. As an EMP enjoyer, I'm very happy with Elite and Saber's new ability costs. Yeah, definitely. Star Saber, I used him in one war, on base 5 last war, and he was fun. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. Urination can pretty much just solo this. But yeah. Okay, so man, I feel the true fear of what will I find when I see Spray after his nerf. Seaspray, well, when they nerfed his damage significantly, but they increased the area that his abilities cover, so I will show that as well. So that was kind of to compensate, but also I went over the balance page document already, and one thing that they said is that they will be following the community reactions to the nerfs after it goes live, and they will be paying special attention to Seaspray because they believe that he might have been hit a little bit too hard. So that's a pretty good thing. So that, you know, kind of I guess gives me some hope about the entire thing. While you smoke, Smokes can unfortunately he can't execute. He can't execute, but yeah. What kind of sheeting is on the pipes? Sheeting, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but here's what I have. I'm running Quintus and I'm running Forge of Souls. So yeah, and Camo is here. Hi. And Optimus Prime also. Hello guys. Will Urination get a nerf? Yeah, he's going to get nerfed. I can show the nerfed state again. I showed it on the last stream, but yeah, he's getting nerfed. He will not be overpowered as he is right now. Hence why, you know, I'm trying to grind as much as possible right now that he's so overpowered. But yeah, let me just... let's go here. And from afar damage as much as possible. Well, his water effect will be gone. His after that effect will be moved to his 5-star ability. The AoE will also be significantly lower. He's getting hit quite a bit, definitely. Okay, so let's do this. Alright. And let's do more AoE over there. More here, I guess, or not. I just want my guys to damage the... yeah, they got... okay, now I'm fine. I don't care about, you know, what the rest. I can just fast forward. I'm getting points, I'm getting XP, so that's what matters the most. So, let me just check. The translator ruined the question for me. Oh, I guess... so that's what happened. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well... yeah, that's what I'm running on pipes, so yeah, you can see, you know, I'm running Quintus. I explained it in my build about pipes. I do have a video dedicated to it, and I go over overall builds that are effective, but this one for my team composition is pretty much the most effective. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to start using nose cone and outpost after we get that reflection buff. Well, that's interesting. I haven't tried nose cone. I guess it could have potential, but I'm honestly going to have to check it out. Oh, okay. I wanted to claim those additional fuel cells. Let me check. Okay. I guess I can do it later. Yeah, but I still didn't claim the free fuel cells. You get 15 for those who are unaware. But yeah. Now let me continue leveling. Okay, now I currently scored 26,000 points in the event at HQ level 17. I'm really aiming for 4-star sword and I hope I can get it. The sword seems good based on his description. Wishing you a great stream. Thank you. Yeah, I think the sword really has potential, and also I think it has potential on defense as well. You know, the attack reduction and it being fired, you know, 5 different times, it can make it very hard for attacker to, you know, dodge the effects, and 25% damage reduction can be a really big deal. So yeah, I think it has potential on defense as well, not only offense. So I think it's a valuable weapon, and if you can go for it, I would suggest that you do. Even 4-star I think is yeah. Urination, yeah, I mean honestly yes, he's overpowered, but I think the main problem is that he's getting nerfed because it affects events pretty much. After the nerf you won't be able to do what I'm doing right now. You know, I'm just, you know, pretty much blitzing to the prime zone, although these bases are much easier, or they're relatively easy. After the nerf, that will not really be possible with any combiner. At least that's my speculation, but we will have to see, of course, after it goes live. That's when we should really, you know, see what's going on, and what will be the extent of all those nerfs and changes. But yeah, I'm talking about the plating, like the War for Cybertron. You mean the skin? Ah, you mean the skin? Aha. Yeah, I'll show you. I guess you mean the skin. I don't know what else could it be. But yeah, it's the War for Cybertron Kingdom Pipe skin, and well, that's how it looks like. Basically, it's based on off of his War for Cybertron toy. You know, the color scheme at least. So yeah, that's the pipes that I'm running. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on grinding, and let me check. Use Smokey. I can add him to my team, I guess, but I'm leveling Tasmanian Kid right now, so that's kind of, you know, what I'm trying to do. Who do you think the new combat will work best with? I don't think there are standouts, but again, I like I said, I think there is potential for it on defense. And for defense, well, I would like to try it with someone like Lightspeed, who is Iron Bison for Decepticons. I think there may be some potential there. But again, I have to test it out. I have to really try it, how it performs. On offense, I'm not 100% sure. Again, I'd have to test it out, but based on how it seems, I don't think there are standouts. However, if you run him on offense, I think you should absolutely use Liege Maximo Core so that you also have hack immunity, because I think not having hack immunity can be a huge problem. Okay, yeah, this is a really easy base. I got really lucky this time with super easy base. Yeah, I'm just gonna speed it up and let's nuke everything. Yeah, Tasmanian Kid is pretty much going to be new meta. He's the new Optimal Optimus, you know, the new Transmetal to Megatron. This guy is so strong. Yeah. And what level is it right now? Let me check. I think it's leveling up fast. It's leveling up really fast. Level 68. Yeah, almost maxed. Let's now catch up to the stream. Is it possible to have a proper PvP league table where you limited on hits per week like we have with Alliance Wars? I guess it's everything possible for the developers, but it honestly depends on, do they see the profit in making that, you know? I think it would take time and effort to, you know, produce such a content, you know. I think the answer is really, is it worth it, you know? Pretty much. Okay, I attacked Perch event as well. Okay, who can be the next meta combiner? I'm liking Computron. Computron looks very strong. He looks super strong, definitely. I can show him again. I showed him last stream. I think Computron has a lot of potential, and he will also be granting hack immunity, hack immunity is going to be very, very useful for wars, because a lot of people are playing, at least on the competitive level, they are using one or even two bots that have Peacemaker equipped. Peacemaker, that's tip top for Decepticons. And this is such a problematic base. Okay, now decoys, drop the decoys, but not much more. Okay, let's get closer to us. All right, so I can get rid of the MDS at least. Let me get these guys in the range. This game can be such a goofy one at times. Let's do more. Come on, almost there, almost there. Come on. I don't want to lose this, but I also don't have much energy, so I'm not sure I can win this. You know what's good? I don't know. If I had Silver Bolt built up, it would be so easy. Star Saber, yeah, straight up don't have energy for him. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to forfeit this one. I still get XP. I still get a decent chunk of XP. Yeah, a couple million XP. That's still very useful. Okay, let me catch up to the stream. There are a lot of Japanese combiners. They can add a lot of them. They can for sure. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of players definitely. No, don't be. It's okay if it's late. You add late to the stream. It's good that you know you joined in general. That doesn't matter much, you know. I guess we are still warming up. You know, I'm just doing some event runs, and yeah, because I also want to. Okay. Let me just burn them down like this to kind of soften them up as much as possible for ruination. Okay, let's go ruin now. Pipes, yeah, Pipes, I love Pipes. He's definitely one of my favorites. I used him way before Warriors got the buff, the health buff. He was one of my first ones that the first 4 stars, so I do have a bit of an attachment to him as well. I invested quite a bit into even his 4-star. Let's just, okay, this one, yeah, very nice. And let's do this. I think this should be fine. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, in his 4-star, let me show. I had his 4-star for a very long time. 4-star, yeah, level 66. Okay, he's not ability level 11. Okay, that's, you know, but yeah, I invested a lot into him, and I'm his cost will also be increased to 3+2, and he will lose slowdown. So I guess you could say he's going to get nerfed a little bit. But honestly, I think it's fair. It's a reasonable nerf. Although some do have concerns that the Warriors are becoming more same, I guess you could say, just different element. But then again, you know, his cost was definitely a huge advantage. Absolutely. Do you think Rekgar is a good doctor? I see. You mean if he's good as a medic? Well, Rekgar, yeah, he's great, definitely. One thing about him, when you do not have a combat equipped, or when you have basically you do not have healing combat equipped, he will be doing healing in an area. However, you know, it can be useful, but you have to pay attention because by default he is at medium range, so that can affect his survivability. But yeah, Rekgar is pretty good, definitely. Okay, let me just, yeah, let's finish this. Let's stun them, and this Tarantulas is supposed to be stunned. I do not know how he's able to walk. I guess that's a bit of a bug. Come on, guys. No, don't do this to me. Come on. Come on, guys. Let's finish it. It has a sliver of health left. It has a sliver of health left. Can this finish it? Of course not. It has like what, 1 HP left. Oh, this game, man. Okay, you know what? Gonna drop Star Saber. Get closer. Closer. Oh, come on! Why do you do this to me? This game, man. Let's take them down. Hopefully. No. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Look at this. Look at this. 1 HP left. This game can be such cancer at times. Okay, let's just do this. You know, let's put you here and let's keep going. But yeah, I want to see how Overload works in base defense. Overload, yeah, I think he absolutely has a lot of potential. The hack immunity is useful, the damage reduction is useful, definitely. I think he's great. The next combiner, the next 5-star will be Computron, yeah, Leo Kaiser for Decepticons. And he will be pretty strong from what I've tested on playtest. The 5-star upgrade will be significant. Okay, let's do more damage like this. Okay, wait to unfreeze. I guess I can deploy the Ruination now. Yeah, the shield will definitely be useful. Okay, let me fold them down like this. It's luckily HQ 17, so it's very easy this time around. I have nothing to worry about. Again, I like to deploy decoys to do their thing. Whew. My bots get dumb in the layout. I definitely can happen for sure. Alright. Nice. Okay, that's finished nicely. Let's keep going. I do want to keep my power as high as possible because if you I get easier bases, you know. I guess like I said, it could be a confirmation bias. I feel like I'm getting easier one. Okay. I will have nose cone straight 5-star. Next one I'll go will be Scattershot and Lightspeed, probably have Afterbreaker. Yeah, Computron is very useful. And I like waiting to deploy the Mayhem bot. No, I'm leveling until the HQ is gone or the decoys need help to prevent accidental outpost activations. Sure, fair point, but I also like to kind of soften up the base, so I guess it really depends on the layout. Because in this case, for example, luckily he does not have any zone heals near the HQ, so any damage that my bot is doing is going to, let me just soften up. It as you can see, it's draining the portion of health from HQ, so it will make it easier for a combiner in the long run. Okay, now I guess I can just drop the combiner. Okay. It should be easy, luckily. Yeah, this is again Prime Zone, but it's easier for whatever reason if you have higher squad power. I don't know. Again, like I said, it could be a confirmation bias, but in my experience, it's the case. So yeah, I guess I can just soften them up, and I guess I could just go down here and do some AoE. Okay, here, then back here, and that should be it for the most part. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. I do not have a combiner active, I just noticed. I almost wasted. Let's go. Let me just get some water. Hope you don't mind. My mouth is already getting dry from the talking. Yeah, Wonky, exactly. The higher the power, the easier bases are for whatever reason, at least in the prime zone. So that's why I'm not running bots like Cup, for example. My Cup is only has 3k power, and it can significantly decrease the total power number, which can end up giving me harder bases. You could also try Smite Bomb. You could also try Smart Bomb or Titan Beam. Titan Beam I need for Wars, but I guess I can try Smart Bomb. Alright. It should do a little bit more damage. But then again, if game wants to screw you over, game will screw you over. No, no way around it. Okay, now let's, come on, enable. Come on, Tas. He gets silenced in such an uncomfortable situation. Okay, let's keep going over here. If he wouldn't get silenced, this would be significantly easier. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, it's just not the layout. Yeah, and... It didn't go well for me. Whatever. Again, he's getting a decent chunk of XP, like you could see, so... while I'm using points, I'm getting XP, so I'm gonna take a win out of it. What is the maximum fuel capacity? 50 by default, 75 if you have Cyber Pass. That's, for the fuel cells. Okay, let's, fold them a lot more. And I guess I can just drop a combiner now as well. 40k is my lowest power to get easy bases. I haven't tried it, I just go with as powerful squad as I can, and I noticed that more often than not it's as successful as possible. But what's not broken, don't fix it, right? So that's why I'm kind of sticking to this. So let's soften it up as much as possible. Okay. And now let's do decoys, and now I can walk here with Ruination to damage other parts of the base as much as possible. Okay. Get closer. Yeah, also the decoys are sometimes popping combiner, sometimes not. So that's also been addressed in the balance patch, and they will pretty much make so that Ruination's decoys cannot pop anymore. So for the sake of consistency. What's being alive? I guess it's okay. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna speed up and wait. Okay. Is the Defender a good combiner? You mean Defensor? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Defensor is about a good combiner for sure. For defense. For defense, for offense, he's useful because of the after that effect. For wars. For events, he's not good, but for wars, he is good because he gives your bots damage reduction after he dies, and that's really good for wars. For events, not so much, but for wars, definitely. Just got 5-star Styler. That's awesome. He's powerful gun. And we got Kaden joining. Hey. Yeah, so many familiar names, but that is based on if it's level 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Just let's keep going. Okay. I think it should be softened up. Maybe more, get closer a bit. Okay, now I want to catch MDS in the range. Yeah, they are in the range, perfect. I don't care that outposts are popped, because I nuked so much defenses over there, so outposts will not be a problem. But defenses could be. So, okay. Let's get them all clustered nicely here. Oh yeah, outputs are gone. Yeah, I guess those are really low level. Okay. Let's deploy this. Decoys should pretty much do everything because of how powerful they are. Yeah, the 5-star ruination is such a huge quality of life improvement. Oh, one more level. Just one more level and he is maxed out fully. This is going so fast. Okay, let's keep grinding. Overload G1 definitely looks really powerful. Okay, and yeah, this is not the layout that Ruination can solo. That's Josh's layout. Yeah, this is a primary layout. This I can solo with Ruination or TAS. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try just for the sake of getting a little bit of XP out of the loss. But otherwise it's not really farm friendly at all. There's also damage here as well. As much damage as possible. Okay, then I guess I can try go here. The waterproof is a problem, so I have to get rid of waterproof. Okay. Like this. But yeah, I'm gonna pop a combiner. Yeah, it's just not happening. Yeah, this layout can be quite soloed. Sadly. I'll have to, you know, it's just not happening. But yeah, again, I get some XP, so it's good to go that way. Whew. What rank do you have, Tasmanian Kid? Mine is Captain, I believe. I don't have anyone above Captain. I think the ranks are I think that Major in general are far too expensive. That's pretty much for Vales and players who have played for so long that they just don't have anything to spend 5-star shards on, so they spend them on ranks. It's just not, you know, the most accessible thing, and it's not meant to be. So yeah, mine is Captain, and for me that's kind of the end point. But yeah, I've just been trying to max out Impactor this event and level Mind of Power on 66. Yeah, that's really good idea. I also want to level my Cosmos is I think level 62 or something like that, so I would like to give him a couple of levels as well. I'd like to level up my Cosmos too. Let's keep going. Okay, that's easy. Okay, I do have to pay attention to the combiner timer. Only adds 2 ability damage if that's not allowed. Hey, does Tasmania Kid ignore electric buildbots? His second ability does normal damage. The Omega Swipe does normal damage, so it doesn't, but otherwise I'm not sure. I guess it could also be a low level build bot. That's why it could also be the case. Let's get closer. Let's do damage here. Okay. Okay, let him get closer. Closer-er. Okay, there are weak buildings here. I need him to do damage before before popping a combiner. And now deploy Ruination. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I want to get rid of this MDS. MDS can be a huge problem, so let's get rid of it. Nice. Lasers too, zone heal too, and let's go behind. And do as much damage as possible. Okay, so let's drop decoys. It should be a win, I think. The adaptive shielding is just such an annoying core, but it's done. Okay, and let's you know, take this down. And just one building left, but it's down. Perfect. Tasmania has which core in combat? Well, mine is not fully ready. Mine has XP boost core because I'm leveling him, but otherwise I'm going to give him his G1 core because it will pretty much be his best in slot for him. And I personally run NRX. I'm probably going to give him the 5-star, but he works great with stuff like Forge of Souls that blocks hacking, so he can be hacked, and a lot of people run him with Pteroxodon, who is pterodactyl for Decepticons. But as you can see, mine is only 3-star. I don't have a 5-star, so I think I will go with NRX most likely. But yeah, I think Pteroxodon and I think Pteroxodon at 5 stars is probably going to be a bit better because he will give him a pretty good chunk of health back. Because Tasmanian Kid does damage in an area, so he will pretty much do a lot of damage and recover a lot of health. So I think that may be the best one if you have. Otherwise, you will have to experiment a little bit like I have to. But yeah. Okay, I'm leveling all my 5-star bots that are below 60 to 60 and working on right hook. That's good decision. I did that before, but ended up pulling a ton of new 5-stars. But yeah, it's definitely helpful to have them. Because once you research them to like 61, it really helps. It really helps to kind of bridge the gap. And I probably shouldn't have deployed Combiner yet, because he's going to get damaged by this Scourge. But it's not. It's an easy base. It's HQ 17 only, so yeah, it's not going to be a big of a deal. Yeah, it's almost down. And luckily, it doesn't have adaptive. Serenation can just annihilate the entire thing easily. Yeah. Boom. That's nice. Yeah, halfway there. Halfway there. So let's keep going. Going for food. No, Windstrike for him. You can try Windstrike, absolutely. It does a lot of. It increases damage a lot. I think I'm just gonna go with Ruination immediately because HQ is alone. HQ is standing there alone. Alright. Let's do heavy damage here. Perfect. Then move up. Okay, and do damage here as well. Great. Now HQ is pretty much defenseless. So let's drop the decoys. Okay, let's walk down. Do damage here. And slowly but carefully do damage here as well. Okay, now there's little left. So it should, yeah, it's an easy win. Easy win. Okay, so I can't wait to max him out. Almost there. Almost there. And I'm not sure. I guess I would want Cosmos next to give him a bit more power. Because I would like to try him on defense. I think he has a lot of potential for defense. Okay, Tass. Go here and do damage here. And do here as well. Yeah, he's just nuking everything. Pretty much the optimal Optimus 2.0. I'm not sure how is this guy not getting nerfed when he's so strong. But no, he's definitely getting nerfed later because I'm pretty sure that they want to, you know, for as much as people as possible to invest into him so they can nerf him later, and you know, pretty much do the same thing, right? Basically, you know, Optimal, he's getting nerfed after people invested into him. So now you have Tasmanian Kid and Antagony, so that you can invest into them and, you know, repeat the cycle pretty much. So I guess that's what's going to happen. But we will see. Yeah, making progress. Currently have Demolisher, Antagony, Hunger, and Mindweb in for 61. Bison 16, got to get Reaper, Sniper, Nightbird, Acid Storm, and Bombers to 60. I think it's gonna be quite easy. Especially if you're doing it, I think you should do it, you know, while Ruination and God Neptune are still powerful. Because after the nerf, it's going to be much harder to level up bots. So, let's do as much damage here. I guess I can reach more targets. Yeah, can I? Perfect. I can also reach the MDS. And let's drop Ruination, I guess. Selling products as the best and nerfing them afterwards is an illegal thing to do in gacha games. I'm not sure about it. It's really a trend that's been going on in games. If you mean it should be illegal, then yeah, I agree with you that it should be illegal. But they can also just make some loopholes, make up something like it was overperforming, etc. So I don't think you can really enforce any laws based on that. Unfortunately, it's scummy, definitely a very scummy thing to do, and it's definitely limiting the growth of this game. For example, this game is out for over 9 years, and player base is very small. And I think that simply the way that developers do things is one of the major factors why this is the case. So yeah. Rogue One. Oh, that's the. I think that's the person with that's doing the car. Wait, if you've seen the newsletter, I think it was previous newsletter or two newsletters before. But yeah, she's doing that car trip, and also yeah for that little boy who needed a kidney transplant. So I think that's the player in game. I think, but yeah, it's age creating with adaptive, so it's gonna be a bit annoying to take down. Let's do this to get rid of. Okay, and move up. Okay, I think we got it. I think it's gonna be a lot more easier now, because it didn't have any elemental build bots, so it's much easier. Alright, then decoys, and pretty much I guess just focus on doing as much damage as possible to the HQ, and I'll just have my tasks at the bottom slowly do well, nothing, so that decoys have time. Perfect, and now I can do tasks now that decoy is destroyed. Yeah, that's it, that's very nice. Okay. One more level, and he and Tasmanian Kid will be maxed out. Just one more level. Okay. I can't wait to do the Scorponok event after the nerfs. Honestly, I can absolutely wait and not do the event. Yeah. What I guess what developers don't realize is how much Ruination and Earth is impacting the events. You know, Wars Ruination was he pretty much breached the skill gap for Wars, but even then, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it's basically affecting events and farming the most. And they're just making it inconvenient again. So yeah, because they need to understand that farming, you know, you need to do it. It's repetitive. So if you make every single base a challenge, you're not really gonna attract a lot of people. And again, that's the main problem, because I feel like a lot of the developers, and by a lot I mean all, don't really play the game as a normal player, average player does. And that's, I think, one of the root causes why we have such issues, why there is such a lack of understanding. Let me pop some energon. I'm going to need it. So now let go Tasmanian Kid. Okay, let me give him his core. All right, finally maxed out. So he got his own core. Okay, yeah, it's a hefty amount of damage. You know what, I want to kind of, I guess, give him maybe, it would be better to give him it would make him more survivable. Yeah, I'm thinking Oh, I can just wait and level some other bots first, right? I guess that's also an option. Like I said, Cosmos, I want him up. I would like him stronger, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him the core. Once I dig it out, yeah, that's the core. So let's go. Yeah, let's level him up, definitely. Which combat? Yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna run Peacemaker on him because I'm gonna run him on defense. And Big Daddy is also getting nerfed, so that's not very, you know, appealing to me. But yeah, unfortunately that's the case. Oh, which bot next? Yeah, Cosmos, I guess. Let me check if this is it's unhackable, but it's also a harder base. I'm not sure I can just do this with Ruination alone. And Cosmos is also significantly weaker. Well, so let's try and, you know, soften this part a little, maybe. But it's not gonna do much because there's my Cronus in the back healing. Yeah, I'm gonna try, but I do not have my hopes up too much for this one because there's also adaptive. Their MDS. They're, you know, it's stacked. It's a very stacked base in the back, which can be a problem for trying to solo. You know, it's generally an easy base if you're bringing a proper team, but for a combiner solo, it's not the most applicable base. You know, sharks also, look at them. Sharks are swarming me. Sharks can be a huge inconvenience. Okay, decoys can be a lifesaver. Okay, maybe we can pull this off. Okay, I'm gonna slowly use Cosmos and soften the base as much as possible. Okay, no. Come on, decoys, come on. They pulled it off. We pulled it off. Okay. Okay. And when it comes to those earlier levels, now let's see how much Cosmos will get. Oh, that's a lot of XP. That's yeah, early levels. It's such a significant XP. Okay. Just check. So, yeah, it's an easy base, but there is a combiner. This is inconvenient. It's not difficult, it's inconvenient, especially if it's. I guess I'm gonna use Cosmos again to kind of soften it. You know, I want to hack this. Alright. It's only HQ 17, so yeah, it should be relatively easy. Let's get rid of the Quintus as well. Quintus is just in such. The sharks are annoying. Sharks can be a huge problem. They're such a distraction. So let me drop decoys. Okay, and pull Ruination back, so that yeah, decoys can now do their thing on the HQ. Perfect. Okay. No, not the perfect, but okay. Let's see. Now let the decoys do as much damage as possible to get as many points as possible. Very nice. Yeah, the 44k already. That's fast. Okay, so I can do one more run with, and they're gonna have to reactivate Ruination. Whew. Okay, let me just. It's not hard, but. Okay, the MDS is down. Yeah, this is heavily crippled down. Okay, So let's drop Ruination now. Let's go for it. And got to keep the grind. Okay, let's get rid of these zone heals because they are just annoying. All the damage that I do to the HQ pretty much gets healed, and that's just such an annoying part. Okay, luckily it's not Computron. It is unfortunately the 4-star ability Galvatronus, which may be a problem. Maybe. Let's apply decoys. And because we got to take him down. No way around it really. But okay, I think it's happening. Yeah, let's do as much damage. Okay, pulled it off. Perfect. And clear the entire thing. Okay. Level 60, let's go to 64. Yep, Combiner. The worst thing is when I just completely forget to activate the Combiner after it expires. So I pretty much end up wasting a run. But yeah, I'm paying attention now. This base, okay, I'm just gonna, I guess, do this. Yeah, not much that he can do. Megatronus is not hackable. Yeah, just not much that he can do. So let's do this to get rid of my Cronus and MDS. Perfect, both MDS are down. Oh, that's gonna be much easier now. Galvatronus is easy, only issues Computron because of how he messes up everything and goes invisible. Yeah. Okay, let's soften it up. Yeah, hacking from Computron can just be annoying for farming. You know, in Wars I don't care. Even if I mess up so much, I can just deploy my own Combiner to get out of the hack. But it's only for events. It's inconvenience, you know. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it's not challenging. It's just inconvenient and nothing more than that. Okay, but yeah, and the HQ is down, so the rest should be easy wipe. Yeah, very nice. I guess I would also probably like to give Cosmos. Let's give him. Let's pop some energy on and let's give him Tip Top. I'll be giving him the 4-star. It's currently on 4-star gears, but I'm not gonna use gears. Realistically, you know. Yeah, that's Peacemaker for Autobots. Yeah, right, Peacemaker. So yeah, the hacking is gonna be useful for defense, absolutely. Whew, let's keep going. You also take more water. I'm just so thirsty today. I just like this one. This is this is sparkling water with lemon flavor. I love it. It's like Mind Wipe and Fellbat back when people used Dead End and Lugnut for leveling. Yeah, but it was. I guess it worked before, you know, in the HQ16 meta, HQ17 tops. But unfortunately, I don't think we will have this for working. Yeah, and some of the other people are joining. Hey guys, I'm still waiting to get a 5-star tip top for Mind Wipe. Yeah, I put my 5-star on Red Alert because he's also going to be outpost. And I'd like to also build up Hot Rod because a lot of players are talking about the combo where you put Hot Rod and Cosmos next to each other, and basically Hot Rod makes Cosmos unkillable. He increases his speed, and yeah, it can be a bit busted. Okay, Cosmos. Okay, pulled it off. Very nice. Now I just got to destroy this bottom piece of the base and it's going to be easy. And I just find hacking if I can hack it. I can, yes. Hacking the shock towers is just so satisfying. Ah no, I didn't mean to drop another bolt. Ah, that's such a huge XP waste. Oh, that's so annoying. Now let's get all the points at least. Uh, Hi, yeah, definitely. Hello, guys. Yeah, just a lot of people joining this stream today. Don't forget to like the stream. Oh, thank you, Camo. Thank you, Camo, for reminding people. What would I do without you? uh, yeah. Okay. It's an easy one. It's an easy one, definitely. I'm gonna deploy Ruination alone. I guess this. I hate that so much. Yeah, definitely. It can be such a huge problem when you just click when you don't want to. Um, Soften this part down. Okay, and just take down the HQ and also do damage in the back, because why not? Decoys, let's drop decoys, and also go in the back, I guess. Do more damage in the back. And then got wait, okay, Ruination is dead. Now drop Cosmos to get the XP. Yeah, okay, very nice. Let's keep going. Should I save for 5-star weapon or combat bot? That depends on what do you have. If you have a lot of combat bots, then you should save for a weapon. If you don't have anything, you should save for combats, because weapons are expensive, and they don't really justify the price point. Basically, they're 50% more expensive, but they're not necessarily better, if at all, and let alone 50% better. So again, it really depends, but I'd prioritize getting regular combats first, especially ones like Nightstick. For Autobots, and for Decepticons, that's Fracas. Absolute must have. And there are also other ones like SB Optimus and SB Megatron. They can really help boost squad damage. Well, there are a lot of 5-star combats that I would give a lot of priority over the weapons. So yeah, I hope that kind of helps answer the question. Yeah, it depends, like like on a lot of things in this game, it's not very black and white. So yeah, it depends on what you have. Let's do this. Okay, now I can drop decoys, and they will have this ready. Okay. And do more hacking. Very nice. Boom. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Cosmos is almost 65. I'm thinking maybe to bring him to 66, 67, and then go with another bot, because it takes so much XP later on, but the power boosts don't really justify taking so much XP. So I think I just go with another bot, and to get as many to a decent level as possible. Okay. Yeah, HQ down, very nice. I love HQ 17. They're just so easy, just so convenient. It's not stressful at all. You just take it down and you have nothing to worry about. 65. Okay, let's see how much XP he takes now to level up. 35. I guess I can level him up a little bit more. Let's see. I also have Spark that I need to spend, so I guess I'm gonna spend on him as well. Definitely. Okay, let's maybe two more levels, maybe. One level, definitely, maybe one more. We will see. 66, 67, maybe something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I want to level up other bots as well. So, I guess maybe a little in the back. Unfortunately, MDS is not hackable, but I can hack buildings around it to damage it that way. And it can also deal damage directly to it, you know, this way. Okay, yeah, let's just go, you know, with Ruination. I think you should be able to handle it. It's not that difficult of a base. There's a lot of AoE here, yeah, like that. Okay, drop the decoys and go to these sections. I want to do as much damage here for points, and also, yeah, each building destroyed decreases the HP of the HQ, so it makes it faster to beat that way as well. Yeah, I guess decoys will kind of wrap it up for the most part. Pretty much. Okay, so one more building to take down. Or, okay, yeah, it's not a building. Still a lot. Still a lot. Almost level 66. Yeah, this is just so fast to level up. So let's keep going. But yeah, I want to grind, you know, maybe until the combiner expires and then go over the balance patch. Then go over the changes that are happening. Okay. I think the base is softened down. So let's do more damage here. Like this, okay. Yeah, take down the MDS. Nice. Drop decoys. Okay, go here. Damage there. It's down, so I guess it's... Yeah, that's it. Very nice. Almost. Okay, so one more battle and he should be level 66. And maybe I'm gonna see how much XP is gonna take to 67 and maybe up him to 67, maybe not. But it's just so fast. Oh, hackable Megatronus. I know high frequency suppressor in range. This is gonna be fun. This... oh, motion sensing. Okay, expire. Come on. Yes. Perfect. Boom! It's just burning down. Yeah, hacking a Megatronus is just so satisfying. Yeah, let's deploy combiner. Don't want him to really pop outposts. If can be avoided, you know. So let's go closer. And damage here. It's just doing so much damage. MDS, okay, now decoys. Decoys, okay. Whew, pulled off the decoys. Perfect. Okay. This one is so clutch. Come on. Oh, come on. It has so little HP left, and yeah, it's definitely not gonna kill it. Yeah, definitely not. Oh, this was so. I don't know why was Ruination taking so much damage. He was taking an absurd amount of damage. It doesn't make sense. But okay. I hate it a lot, definitely. How do you spot a hackable Megatronus? Well, Megatronus can go on any defense building. MDS, the multi-defense system, it cannot be hacked by default. And also, where is it? Shock towers. If you have they can be hacked in this case, but if they have a Titan perk, they cannot be hacked. So there is an icon, but in this case it's not visible anywhere. I will show you how the icon looks like. And also, so yeah, if it's not on Shock Tower and MDS, it can be hacked, but you should also pay attention to build bots. If there are high frequency suppressors, in this case there are none. So in this case, this Megatronus is hackable, and I'm gonna hack him with Purple Kremzik, because Cosmos cannot reach so far. So I'm gonna Purple Kremzik, and boom. As you can see, it's burning down and the base is being hacked. So I hope that helps answer the question. But yeah, I'm gonna show you hopefully in the next base how it looks like. Basically the icon that tells you that it cannot be hacked. So let's do this. It's Leo Kaiser, but I don't care. I do not care one bit. I couldn't care less. Boom. Done. Let's see, 67 is how much? 67, 42 mil. Okay, let's level him up once more, but that's it. Once more. It not being on MDS or Shock Tower with the Titan perk, yeah. So let me check. Yeah, this one does not have a Titan perk either. Yeah, but yeah, this is the high frequency suppressor, so all buildings in the range, although this one is only level 1, so the range is tiny, they can be hacked. Unless you take out the build bot. Or you use a Purple Kremzik, because Purple Kremzik for whatever reason does indeed bypass the high frequency suppressors, but he does not suppress other hack blocking methods like Titan perk, for example. So yeah, it depends. Yeah. Feel free to write it down. Yeah, Prima can be hacked just like Megatronus as well. It's not common knowledge. And also Micronus can be hacked. And if it's on a hackable building, and that basically stops it from healing the enemy base while it's hacked. So yeah, that's also an interesting piece of trivia. Yeah, a lot of things can be hacked and have some very, very interesting effects. Boom, yeah, the base is just annihilated. But yeah, hacking Prima can be a big deal as well, so do not underestimate that. Because Prima will be in your favor, you know, Micronus also in your favor, at least in terms of... Now let me check, does this one have a Titan perk? No! Okay, I don't know what's up, but okay. I did not intend to deploy Ruination. I did not. I wanted to deploy Cosmos, but okay. I guess it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, let's do as much damage as possible. Boom. Okay. Path upwards. And go here to take down the lasers. Take down the cluster. Okay, sometimes I also like to wait for my combiner to finish the attack animation. Yeah, if it finishes him animation, you can see the numbers drop, and then use the skill. Pretty much ends up doing more damage. Yeah, now Cosmos. And boom. Though unlike elemental cores, hack boss deal normal damage, so they can destroy the hack build bot themselves if they deal damage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's good to know such things, you know. It can really help make the wars easier, everything easier. Yeah, it's very useful. I don't think this one has perks either. Yeah, no. Okay. Then I guess I'll just go immediately because it's HQ 17, so it should be easy kill. Let's go up. Damage here, okay. Yeah, miniguns can do a lot of damage even if they are low level, like in this case. As you can see, my Runish has been chipped down so much. Okay. You know, I guess Cosmos can do his thing and the rest can just wrap it up. Nice. So hopefully one more battle if I'm lucky. If not, I guess I'm gonna do another battle. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2 more battles and then I'm gonna go look over the balance page changes and kind of discuss them about what's going on. Because we have information, some new ability 11s are also coming. Some of them are not on playtest, so I can't show them. The ones that are in the document. Okay, let's do this. And let's go back to not trigger the combiner. Boom. Okay, so maybe one more battle, but let's see how much. He leveled up, okay. And then I'm gonna take someone else, I guess, to level up a little bit. Yeah, sure, Lightspeed, let's go. As a first 5-star, which can be best done out of a legacy? Well, maybe badge 17 for Tasmanian Kid and Antagony, if you're talking about bots. Because Tasmanian Kid and Antagony, they are not being nerfed, in fact they are being kept. Actually, they do 2 attacks. One does, you know, the electric damage, it's the main damage dealing move, another one does cold. Who does normal damage but will be changed to cryo damage. So basically I think that I'm currently the most powerful area bot. So I'd probably go for badge 17. Others, yeah, like Leo is getting nerfed, Beachcomber is getting nerfed, Blue Streak is getting nerfed. From badge 16, yeah, I think badge 17 is one of the safer bets. In fact, that's one of the bets that I was opening on my alt account on the last stream. Okay, 59k already, that's crazy. Yeah, I got the 4-star. It's going so fast. It's going so unexpectedly fast. And let me also pop some Energon. Because, yeah, I don't want to reach the spark cap. So I'm gonna spark my Cosmos. Like this. Okay, and this. More, yep. It's enough. I definitely am gonna use the spark cap. So, I guess I'm gonna go over the let's also check just one more thing. Okay, yeah, he's gonna need a little bit more. But yeah, when you go to the batches, batch 16, yeah, like I said, Blue Streak is getting nerfed, Leo is getting nerfed, Beachcomber is getting nerfed. So I think 16 should be avoided now. But yeah, what is the easiest way to level up your base quickly as possible? By spending these. Which is something that I would not recommend. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Every base is beatable. Honestly, just get all 5 build bots and just make them busy. Always have something that's being upgraded. And also, you know, unlock a 3. Realistically, 3 research slots are fine. I got the 4th because I could, but it's not needed. Definitely not. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, you just gotta be patient and play. Really, sadly, there are no really secret tricks. Oh, I have enough for a 5-star. Let me check. Here I have everyone. Okay, so I'm split between Pteroxodon, he would be amazing, and also maybe Top Shot. So yeah, I'm split between Pteroxodon and Top Shot. So chat, what do you think? Um, uh, yeah, you can research the bots at the same time. Yeah, for sure. Um, Basically, you just have to level up your base, and you can research up to four at once. Up to four at once. Um, you just unlock, um, it costs the energon. It costs the energon, but yeah. Okay, this is a very weird bug. Okay, now it's gone. So, an action has to go. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by and hope you're having a good time. But yeah. Uh, Honestly, I kind of want Top Shot. I'm gonna gamble. Um, but Top Shot, yeah, he would be amazing. I would love to have him. Let's go with Top Shot. Let's chase. Come on. Hopefully, I get lucky. So let's see. Hopefully. It's the worst one. I mean, he's getting buffed in the patch. Yeah, later. Thank you, Whale, for hanging around. Um, yeah. Now, let me. Yeah, we have the big change log, or all the changes that are happening for the balance patch, right? We got this huge document, but basically, to sum it up, stealth will now work as intended. Basically, when you go stealth, it's gonna work, how it should be working. So taunt also should be now working as it should because of the fast interrupt. Um, Basically, yeah, it's gonna update immediately, so it's gonna happen that way. Now, terminology. Yeah, that basically any form of stunning or EMP, yeah, it now will call disable. So when you go to effects like Star Saber, right? Yeah, targets are disabled. Okay, in his case that's disable, but let's see. In his case, it says disable. Okay, let me now check Chrome. Yeah. She says disable. Okay, let's take an older entry. Like Braun. Yeah, he says stun. Okay, so yeah, that's the entry that I'm referring to by. He's good. So destroying bases. What do you mean? Dial is good. Yeah, he can destroy low level bases. Like HQ 12. But for anything above, ouch. He just doesn't do enough. But luckily, he's getting a very much needed buff. So yeah, that's gonna help him a lot. So yeah, now let's continue. So basically, when targets will be disabled, it cannot walk, cannot attack, cannot use abilities. Okay. Anti-electric zone, currently being called lightning rod, will be buffed. Okay. Motion sensing mine. So these guys, just click on them. Yeah, they'll be now called T-lock and pretty much keep the same effect. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else is in the balance patch. Reflection is now getting fixed so that every single instance of reflection, well, damage that you receive will be reduced by the portion, and that portion will be sent back to the attackers. So now it works as intended across every single entry. So that's very powerful. Range reduction, like Metal Hawk and Lightspeed to use. Basically now it works immediately upon casting. So, you do not have to wait for defenses to stop attacking. Okay, now, stacking. We want to highlight our intentions in the next balance update. We would like to stop glass gas and many other mechanics from being stacked upon each other. Stacks equals how many times it can be used in correlation with the same mechanic. So currently glass gas is stacking. Okay, okay, let's see. Okay, that's currently, but let's see what's up here. Okay, so glass gas will only be one stack. Okay, so one instance of glass gas can be only once. Okay, shields up to 2 instances. So basically, you cannot have too many shields at once, but it doesn't matter much because of how shields work. So this is fine. DPS damage buff 1 stack. Okay, that's reasonable. Ability damage buff 1 stack. That's reasonable. Damage over time, damage unlimited. Okay, that's very fair. That makes sense. Yeah, that's more cleaned up, definitely. That's fair. Damage resistance 2 stacks. Okay. For those unaware, damage resistance and damage reduction, they are being separated. The shields, right? They're being separated. Basically, damage resistance will not be removable, and shields are removable. So that's the difference. Health buff goes up to 3 stacks. Okay. And I'm not sure how it affects, for example, yeah, he goes up to 5 stacks. You know, there is combat increasing his health, so I'm not sure how will it interact, but I'd like to keep on going. Would Brainstorm work well with Braun's special ability? Well, currently they do not interact. Currently Brainstorm and Braun do not interact, and the main reason why is currently Brainstorm does normal damage, right? And so basically for Braun, first you would have to, let me just find him first. Basically first target has to be stunned, and after it is stunned you have to cast his ability to trigger it. So if targets are stunned it could work, but after the balance patch, Brainstorm will be changed to do cryo damage, and cryo does interact with the EMP now, the electric damage, so that's gonna be interesting. So I'm definitely gonna experiment it with a bit more and kind of see how it works, but it could have potential, sure. It could be interesting. So let's keep on going with the patch. Are you ranked number 1? No, no. I have very few medals. I do not feel like grinding medals at all. It's such an it matters to some people, but not to me, really. For example, you have players like Yoda who are very dedicated to the grind. But otherwise, yeah, in terms of medals, I'm definitely not ranked number 1, and I don't really care. It just doesn't really matter to me. You don't get anything from it, and to me personally, it doesn't matter. It's also hard to get medals. For example, I can only get 1 medal for every attack in Prime Zone, so it's just not it's just not worth it to me. And let me check. For every defense, 1 medal. Yeah, it's just not worth it. So yeah, grinding medals is not my cup of tea. But okay, elemental and tick timing standardization. To sum it up, every single damage over time effect, every single healing, anything that happens over time will tick every second. Not sooner, not later. Everything will be every 1 second. So that's kind of to standardize things. Okay. Resistance, shield, hack, the templates have been reworked. Okay, so unified templates for shield, hack, reflect, speed, and taunt effects ensure consistent behavior and visuals. Okay, glass gas tooltip clarified, increases damage taken. Okay, resistance functions like a shield damage reduction but cannot be removed by FFD, like I said previously. Okay, yeah, better boosts also to kind of sum it up. They now do exactly as intended, no more approximately. They do the damage that is displayed, and if they do damage over time, it is happening every 1 second, not in any other way. Okay, character buffs. Okay, so yeah, we have they have buffed a decent amount. So let's go bit by bit. So Jazz and Mixmaster, basically cost has been decreased from 9+3 to 7+3. Range has been increased from 23 to 25. Okay, ability 11 now deals electric damage per second for 6 seconds instead of normal damage. That part I'm not necessarily too happy about at all, because people that used Jazz they used him because he did normal damage and did not really care about outposts, about any build bots. But yeah, Okay, now Astro Train and Springer. Healing now targets. Okay, so so they can heal themselves and the allies. That's very useful. Previously, he only healed allies. Okay, that's very good. That makes sense. Defense perimeter set to 4+2 was previously 4+4, and range increased from 14 to 18. Yeah, good buff, definitely. A small but can be significant. Blaster and Soundwave, they have increased base stats. Okay, base stats increase is amazing. It helps the minions as well. It goes a long way. Brainstorm and Skyhawk. The VFX is updated, yeah, basically. Duration has been rounded up to 6 seconds. Cost has been decreased from 6+3 to 4+3. That's amazing. That's very healthy. Ability now does cryo damage. Okay. A static bomb is now cryo bomb and reduces both attack and movement speed. That's very nice. How to get medals extremely fast? Well, how to do it fast? Pretty much just attack the hardest zone available to you. No other way. Just attack the hardest zone that is available, and also make sure to pay attention because every single zone gives you a cap on medals. So if you have 20,000 medals, you will not get any medals by attacking zone 14. So that's also another thing to pay attention to, but otherwise, yeah, you just have to keep on playing. But again, like I said, medals they don't really matter. There's not really any other purpose for them, so yeah. Okay, now we have next Brawn and Full Tilt. Improved rocket bounce target logic now prefers defenses within range. That makes more sense. So basically, yeah, he will not be prioritizing, previous like storages or defenses that are out of range. Now he prioritizes everything in range, so you can, actually get rid of them. So that's useful. Beast Wars, Ramhorn, and BW Prowl. Okay. Both abilities do fire damage. Okay, that's not really a buff, that's a change, but he still sucks. And their ability also grants 10% permanent health rather than a flat number. They still suck. Dog water buff, really. Cheetor and Black Arachnia added overkill protection to G1. Now, what does this mean? Basically, it means that they cannot be one shot. For example, their G1, let me find it. Basically, when health drops below 30%, you become invulnerable for something seconds. But let's say your health is above 50% and you get one shot by, like, let's say smoke screen. That will not activate. Now with overkill protection it will activate, so that's good. That's a good change. Health has been increased by 20%, very good change, and cost has been decreased from 4+2 to 3+2, very good change again. I think they have a lot of potential now, and I would like to play around with them, definitely. Chromia and Felbet. This one is a mouthful. Ability 11 Tower Glass Gas effect has been increased from 25 to 60%. That's amazing. That's a huge damage increase. Disable is now 3 seconds, not 2. Also good. Now it means basically there will be 75% uptime of the stun. That's very good. Much better now. Okay, and some other buffs to the tower stats basically. Overall, Chromia and Felbet have a lot of potential after the upcoming buff, so that's gonna be useful. Now, Cliff Jumper and Kickback, they basically getting a cost reduction by 1 point. Honestly, I think they have a huge problem. Let me now show them in action. Like anywhere. They have a targeting problem. Let me show them. Mission complete. Okay, yeah, sure. Basically, the rockets have targeting issues. They do not. They affect very few targets. And Cacti says W reading stream. Well, Cacti, it's not my fault you joined late. We were grinding. Okay, so don't do me the W yawn. Yeah, I'm tired. I've worked a lot whole week. But yeah, to clarify the point. Okay, now it seems to affect decent amount of targets. Okay, and he died. But yeah. Yeah, sometimes, Cliff Jumper and Kickback, they do not really affect all the targets that they should. But okay, we will see after the balance patch how it works. Computron and Leo Kaiser. The Cryo Rush now does Cryo damage. Rush applies damage plus slowdown for 10 seconds. That's useful. Electrical Optics inflicts electric DPS for 8 seconds. Okay. Blizzard 5-star skill now does Cryo damage. You know, it does slowdowns and also does additional damage to balls. Okay. And after that is anti-hack. Basically, your bots cannot be hacked for 15 seconds. That's useful. That's useful, definitely. Whew. Dinobot, his decoy count will be increased from 3 to 4. Okay, very nice. Decoy is thrown to every second. That's also amazing. That's now Dinobot can be an actual tank to an extent. That's a really big deal. Okay, and self-heal buff increased from 20 to 35%. That's very useful. He actually has a lot more potential now. Drift and Bike in G1 also grants movement speed increase in addition to attack. Okay. Dust Up and Vortex, that one is very interesting. Slight damage increase. Grenade DPS now shown in the tooltip. Ability cost reduced from 3 plus 1 to 3 plus 0. Now they're gonna be spammable. And an interesting part is their G1 core. Let me just pull it up. G1 core says targets on fire as well for extra damage. So I think that's gonna be interesting, and I'm gonna play with my Dust Up a lot more. I think it definitely has potential. Okay, Elite 1 and Lagnat. Cost decrease from 8 plus 3 to 6 plus 3, very good, that's amazing. Flyfire and Blast Off. Shield duration has been increased. Okay, now they do basically 100% AoE. So what's that? Let me show you. Why is it not popping up? Here. Okay, home. Okay, let's go to the playtest. So let me actually show them, because now they're doing 100% of the AoE, which is amazing. It's strong. For only 4 plus 2 and normal damage, that's useful. Okay, base trial, sure. I only have a 4-star maxed out, but still 4-star does 9k damage, you know, plus ranks. So yeah, let's rank him up. Let's rank him up to captain. Okay, nice. I'm gonna play with him a lot more as well. Let me show you what do they mean. Okay. Now I can, let's take these down. Okay. Yeah, nice area damage. Okay. It can be a bit. For example, it only affects the targets that are exactly parallel. Okay, as you can see. Now let's let him get closer. And shield gen. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, he's gonna do a lot of damage to these buildings. Boom. Okay, let's take this down. But for example, if I shoot this MDS, this shock tower shouldn't be affected. Yeah, it's not. Basically, it does damage in a cross-shaped thing. Boom, yeah. I think he's an interesting one. I'm gonna play with him a lot more. How will he combo with Air Raid? I mean, we can try. Sure, let's try. Let's see. I think it's gonna be an interesting combo. So let's do this. Okay, let's clean up. Make more space. Okay. But yeah, there's a difference in range, so that's something that we need to understand as well. Okay, now let's go. Let's do this with Air Raid. And yeah, he should be blowing it up. I guess he combos well with Air Raid, huh? Let's try it on a bit of a harder base. Let's see what do we have. Let's try shiny base. Let's see what happens. Especially if Shilgen is in front. It's a bit far. But let's try on the bottom pieces. Okay. He can do a lot of damage here. Not what I meant to do. These guys, okay. Let's do this. And let's do this. Boom, okay, very nice. I like it. Let's retry and let's see if he has enough range to affect the shield gen cluster. Let's try and let's see what happens. Now I assume there is a motion sensing, so I'm gonna drop optimal. Yeah, there is motion sensing. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, Aerith can do his thing. And he can do his thing, okay. I think it should blow up the cluster, right? Not quite. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so I needed to use his ability 2 times. But do keep in mind that mine is 4-star. Mine is only 4-star. Let's retry. Let's see other base. If there's something that has the shield generator a bit closer, and it's not that close either. What else do we have? Let's see this one. There was a base that we had that had a shield gen cluster in front. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's try this one maybe. Maybe. It's in the back. Okay, let's go to this one, but I'm gonna try something else this time around. Let's try. I'm gonna try to deploy Aerith first, cast his ability, then let him walk closer to pop. Let's also check. There is no. Okay, let me also try. Okay, and I think I can drop a white Kremzik. I messed the timing up. The timing wasn't quite right. Okay, let's retry. Okay. I have Firefly and Ultra Magnus left in batch. They will be going for them. I think so. I don't have Ultra Magnus built up, but Firefly, from what I'm seeing, I think he's definitely better. Well, his range could be a bit bigger, but I think he's great so far. I'm liking it so far. Okay, Aerith, do your thing, and then I'm gonna wait for him to return and actually walk. Okay. 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 Let's see what happens if I target. Come on, dude. What happens if I target this MDS? I didn't quite work as I thought it would. This motion sensing is just so inconvenient for testing. I can't test it properly. Okay, let's try defend the base. Let's see your base. What do you have? I just need a charged shield gen in front, but I guess that's too much to ask for. Okay. What else? Come on. We had someone with children in front, and I cannot find that player anymore. Let's see this. Still far, still a little bit too far. Yeah, okay. I guess this is unfortunately our best bet. Okay, let's retry, but I'm gonna pop. Maybe I should have taken a weak pot, like a 1 star. Maybe I should. Oh, let's pop Minerva, right? Let's drop Minerva. She will die quickly. Great. Okay. Now let's try. Okay, Arid can do his thing. Let's do this, and let's drop also. The damage is. What's happening? It's like he's not dealing damage. It's so weird. Now he. What? This is so weird. Something is off. Something is off. Something is off. Let me try. I want to see what's going on. Yeah, I could activate it, but I do not have the prime course. So that's a downside. Okay, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and let's see the damage happening. Yeah, for whatever reason, he's just not doing the damage. That's weird. He's okay. Okay, let's try it on my base. I cannot fully. I do not have the prime course on my own base, but I guess this will have to do. It's fine. Okay, let's try. Let's see what happens. Okay, Firefly get or blow them up first and then get closer. I don't care. Okay. Get in range, please, Firefly. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Now let's see. Yeah, he's doing decreased damage. Something is off. Max 5-star, yeah, I think he does like 11k damage almost, but something is not right. Let me check. Maybe it's my Titan perks. Attack perks, shield generator, airstrike. No, I do have a perk. Something is off. Because ability damage resistance shouldn't, be applying, because he also does extra damage. Something is off. And good morning, Andrew. It's the 10 p.m. for me, but I know you are in Japan, if I remember correctly. So yeah, the time zone there is definitely a little bit different. Yeah. Okay. Let me test once more. But I think there are definitely issues. He does tickle damage. Okay, let's blow this up. Okay. Let's see again. Yeah, he does tickle damage. I have to cast it twice to get it down. Yeah, I think that maybe it's what Redep has been complaining about. Yeah. I'm gonna try to, point this out to them. Hopefully, well, now it's night for developers as well. Dale is on for the weekend, so tomorrow maybe we can pull something off. But yeah, this is a pretty good catch. Yeah, it's just not doing the right amount of damage. It's doing way less. But yeah, okay. Now let me check again with where we left off. Okay, first aid inflector got buffed. Okay, now they heal more and the minions retarget faster. Okay. Iron Head and Bludgeon Taunt chance increase. Okay, Half and Lockdown currently balance more damage. Let me check if I have them built up. Halfer and Lockdown. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I do. So I can't show them. I guess I have to build them up and show them after the patch is live. But okay, Howled and Drag Strip, the cost has been decreased from 6+2 to 3+2. Okay, that's a good cost decrease because cost has no business being so high when they suck so much when do such insignificant amount of damage. And now all medics regenerate 2% HP every 5 seconds. Okay, and they are more intelligent. Okay, perfect. Mirage and Breakdown disable increased and ability cost reduced to 4+0. That's amazing. Let me check. Do I have them built up? Okay, so I have Brawn. I have yeah, that's the combo that I've been thinking. Brainstorm. Do I have? I don't have Brainstorm. Ouch. I guess I can try working up the 4-star. Maybe. Perhaps. I guess I can also upgrade this. Yeah, basically this is the combo that I've been thinking about using, you know, like Mirage to apply the stuns, right? Brawn to trigger, and also they have the explosion happen from Brainstorm. I'd like to see that in action. I'd like to see it in action. Do we even have Spark spare? I don't. I mean, I'm on playtest where you have everything and I feel so poor. It's such an annoying part. I do want to take a truckload. Let's see. Is it slow? Yeah, it's slow. I guess I'm gonna maybe delay it. Okay, which bots would you say are the biggest losers and winners of the update? That's a fair question. Biggest loser may be Optimal because his damage is so low. Let me show you the damage. Excuse me, damage is great, range is low. He's gonna set like... Okay, I think these buildings are perfect to test. Yeah, the range is kinda tiny. But the radius... Okay, for whatever, I think it may be buffed. I think they maybe buffed the explosion radius. Maybe they listened to me. Let's try it. Intentionally, let's try it here. I don't want to target the entire thing. Let's see what happens. It's a bit wonky, I feel like. But okay. Let's check Leo now. Leo's range is a little better. Not great, but better. Okay. Now let me try Sea Spray again, because they while they lower his damage, they increased the radius. So let's go. Let me show Sea Spray as well. Brainstorm with Tasmanian Kid, and I'm excited to try Ultra Magnus with Brainstorm since he does electric damage. He's a bit similar to Lord Buster. Yeah, I think he could be interesting as well to try out. But I want to see Sea Spray. Let's because now it's bigger spread, right? He will affect larger, but he does low damage. He will affect watch to the sides, right? Look at the sides. He's affecting a little bit more, but yeah, it's not as significant. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think that was a bit overestimated. Okay. I'm not so happy that C-Spec has been hit. But winners, as for the winners of the update, I'd probably say Sunstreaker is among them. Sunstreaker is incredibly powerful, and I will show again what he can do. Sunstreaker, okay. And YouTube Creeper came high. Autobot Jazz, he's getting buffed, so he's gonna be better than he is, definitely. Let me show Sunstreaker on the other base that he has a lot more on the bottom. So yeah, I think he may be one of the best ones. Sunstreaker may have actually been properly buffed. I feel like Sunstreaker right now is what Optimal used to be. And he's also a gunner, so that helps out as well, because you can give him some powerful guns. And it's also free cast, so that's fantastic. And a huge area is set on fire, yeah. And the range is just huge. So let's do the cast here and let's see what happens. Yeah, a lot of things are being caught on fire. Yeah, I think Sunstreaker may be one of the bigger winners of the update for sure. I think he may be more interesting. Jason, let me see. I don't really have him built up as much. Jazz will be decent, you know. He will be doing normal damage to all targets and a little bit of electric damage to a period of time, and his cost has been also reduced. So I think Jazz may be interesting, but I'm gonna have to still see what's really up with him. But okay, let's continue. Jetfire and Skystrike and Skywarp Night Raven cost has been reduced. Range went up from 24 to 28. That's very nice. But they kinda suck still. So but again, the range increase makes them a bit better for popping build bots. But there's also the downside of them existing only as a 4-star. I have mixed feelings about this one, but okay. Omega Supreme and Overlord, yeah, they had a huge buff. I showed it recently. It's just better in every way, so that's great. Optimus Maximus and Bruticus taking damage stacks properly up to 4 stacks. Rockets now stack instead of refresh. Okay, I guess you can do more damage. Will Jazz ability still be slow like it's at the moment, or will they make it quicker? Let's see. Let's find out. Okay. Let's see the casting speed. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see if the casting speed is still super slow. I'm liking the range at least. But let's see. Yeah, it's slow. It's slow, but you know, at least there is range, I guess, to kind of help deal with all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna play around with Jazz. I'm gonna get his 5-star upgraded, and kind of show what's up. But okay, let's see. Optimus Primal and BW Megatron, they got more health, but they still suck. Okay, Power Glide and Cyclonus are getting reworked, and they're gonna be better. Okay, Ratchet and Hook. Duration of shield increased from 5 to 8 seconds. That's incredible. Healing increased by 35% at 5-star. That's a lot. That's a major buff. That's a crazy good buff. Okay. Red Alert and Ranamak passive is now 5 seconds, not 3 seconds, included in the tooltip. Okay, let me check what exactly is the passive that's included in the tooltip. I can only have the 4-star. I have to dig them out. Okay. So your passive, friction rifle, fires every 5 seconds and applies glass gas effect, causing enemies to take 40% mobility damage for 5. Okay, that's good. That's powerful. That's even better. That also has a lot more use for outpost as well. He got that's a big buff, definitely. Rhinox and Tarantulas now do cryo damage. Okay, let me check. Rhinox. I don't think I have him either, but yeah, they do cryo damage. Okay, so rush into combat, gain disable immunity. Okay, Divines deal cryo damage per second, apply slowdown. Okay, and heal and nearby. Okay, interesting. Okay. Rodimus Prime. Matrix and Motormaster Sword reduced damage taken. Okay, up to 13. Okay, and cost has been decreased from 6+2 to 4+3. Okay, that's better. That's the better part. Okay, Rust Dust and Scavenger ability range increased to match visuals. To okay, let's check. Okay, Skids, I think I do have built up or not. Or not. Okay, I don't have Skids, but Rust Dust. I don't have her built up either, but I want to test if the range is truly consistent. So let's try. So it should be Skids range. It should be Skids range, and they should, you know, in theory, have a combine pretty well. It is the same. Okay, let's do this and this. And the visuals are matching. Okay, but I noticed something. The casting range has been increased, but not the exact ability range. Let me show you. If you noticed what's happening with Rust Dust, I'm gonna have to mention that as well to be fixed. Basically, I'm gonna start with Skids. Okay, let's deploy Skids. Okay, and you see, I select, he transforms and he does the ability. Okay, now let me show you Rust Dust. She goes, I select to do the ability, she'll transform, but she will get closer to what her old range used to be and then do ability. So it can cause pathing issues, and I think this should be addressed as well. Yeah, she grew forward. Yeah, her casting range was increased, but not her actual range. So yeah, it could cause problems. So yeah, definitely good that we caught that one. Okay, Sandstorm and Octon G1. G1 SA damage and heal bonuses now scale. Okay, supply G1 now grants health. Okay, I'm not familiar with them as much. With the G1 cores, they have 2 G1 cores, so I'm not super familiar with them. C-Spray and Octone. I think they mean C-Spray and Octopunch. Maybe that was just a typo. Okay, area range increased from 3 to 6. Okay, yeah, that's basically the tornadoes are now wider. Okay, and when tornado expires, disable nearby enemies. Okay. Skylinks and Blitzwing shield increased from 4 seconds to 6 seconds. Okay, Skyburst and Onslaught ability 11 impact range increased for reliable adjacent hits. Text clarify disabled to 5 seconds. Let's see. I want to see what do they mean. I don't have them built up again, but I just want to not the one. Okay, I just want to see this impact range. I just want to see what's up. So let's see what's up. Okay, it's a free cast. Okay, interesting. Impact range. Okay, the radius is bigger, I guess. Okay, okay. I think they could be interesting once maxed out. That's okay. Sunstreaker and Swindle, a major buff, range increase from 23 to 28, cost reduction from 7+2 to 6+2, yeah, major buff. Snarl and Hunger now grants, speed buff, okay. Base speed has been reduced from 3.4 to 1.9, that's good because it prevents pathing issues and suicide, okay. And health increased by 20%, okay. So base health is up. Cost reduced from 4+3 to 3+2, okay, and now gains 15% lifesteal during the ability, and move attack speed increased from 100% to 250%. A lot of increases. Let me see. Snarl, do I have him built up? No, I don't. I had him built up, yeah, but my account got refreshed, unfortunately. That's why I don't have some bots built up, because our accounts tend to get refreshed, so it can be, you know, doing the same thing. But I'm gonna cover it, you know, once I build him up. Okay, Star Saber and Dead Source, yeah, cost decrease from 10+3 to 8+3. That's amazing. Tasmania Kid and Antagony Omega Swipe now deals KO damage, so let me find them. Yeah, the Omega Swipe, instead of doing normal damage, it does KO damage, and cost has been increased from 2+2 to 2+3. So yeah, something to consider. Okay. Tiger Hawk and Wasp ability slows and attack. Move speed, okay. Cryo damage, okay. And cost has been decreased by 1 point. Okay, let me find them. Do I have them? Yeah, I actually do have them built up. So yeah, they do Cryo Blazer for 15 seconds in an area. They deal Cryo damage, a complementary amount. Okay, let's see them with core. Let's see the damage with core. Let's also test them. In action, because I like the bot. Okay, more Cryo damage per second. Enemies within it that enter the ability that suffer speed reduction. Okay. From my understanding, the speed reduction will be increased at ability level 11. And then you fire up to 8 bolt that also delay electric damage. So he's meant to be kind of a combo in his own right. Let's actually go again this base. I think it's fitting. It has a clustered bottom part. So let's see Tiger Hawk. Okay, and let's go this side. It's no, it's not. I don't think it's fake. It's fakest, but he still has to target something. Okay. Okay, interesting so far. But I'm not sure what is the glass gas effect coming from. I'm not sure about that. Maybe the... Wait, I think I have Cosmic Rust Blaster on him, and maybe they standardized the icons. Yeah, okay, let me check what do I have on him. And maybe that's what the quote-unquote glass gas happens. Aha, okay, yeah. Okay. So they made them similar, okay. Let's test it against my base, let's try him against my base, against the Shieldgen cluster. Okay, let's actually destroy these to make it kind of easier for him to pass. Okay, now get closer. Perfect. Let's see what happens. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's inconsistent because he doesn't take down the he just doesn't take down the Shieldgen, and that's the main issue. If he took down the Shieldgen first, everything else could be burnt down easily, but he doesn't do that. So yeah, I think you need a bot to take down the Shieldgen first. Okay, but he's interesting, I guess. Let's keep going, right? There's so much. Titans are all now immune to ability damage, so no more Titan sniping. Okay. Impact and move speed reduced. Okay, again for the sake of pathing. Disable passive duration has been cut from 15 seconds to 10 seconds to tone down casting frequency. Okay, he will still cycle to 6 abilities, preferring melee when range. I'm not sure what 6 abilities that they mean. They are definitely not shown. Let's see. Okay, maybe it's in the bio. Yeah, it's not displayed anywhere. Okay. So we need to work. I'll watch after I get off, and hopefully we get a faster jump stream. Think she'll be great. 4-star is awesome. Yeah, definitely. She's also getting a cost reduction to 3+1, but that's also that's on the next section, so we didn't get to it yet. But yeah. Okay, Ultra Magnus and Galvatron, yeah, unified ability animations. Ultra Magnus does not transform, Galvatron does. Okay, ability 11 duration has been increased from 4 to 10 seconds, cost is now 5+3, range increased from 20 to 24, that's very nice. The damage over time duration increased from 5 seconds to 7 seconds, converted part of their damage to electric damage. No longer has ability 11 on that effect, made the design too complex. Okay. Verga and Junk Hip. Revive, now a revive, not heal. Okay, so it cannot be stopped by acid, that's great. Ability 1 to 10 is immunity for 2 seconds. At ability 11 it's 4 seconds. Allies grant 40% speed up to 6 seconds. That's very nice. Now warrior changes. Whew. Bulkhead and Breakdown Prime are getting cost reduction to 3+2, like Core Warriors, okay. The slowdown is 70%, Element is Cryo, okay. Drift and Barricade are getting a cost increased to 3+3, very much justified. They were a bit too strong. Definitely in Prime League you could just execute HQ because of how spammable they were. Pipes and Headstrike no longer have slowdown, and their cost is increased from 3+1 to 3+2, so they are same like all the other warriors. Ironhide and Bludgeon tooltip updated, no further changes. Goldfire and Ramjet they gain health, okay. Upon ability use, okay. A Jumpstream Scrapper, like I said, they're getting a cost down to 3+1. Hotspot and Tantrum now gain 80% health on charge, and cost has been changed to 3+3. Sludge and Straxus have a cost reduction to 4+2, okay. Inferno and Rodimus Unicronus gain 30% health when rushing into combat, okay, that's very nice. Trinity and Coelagon now grant both attack and movement speed to compensate for the fix in below sections, okay. Whew. Combat buffs. Beige Break and Gabu damage over time now 15% of DPS per second, okay, for 5 seconds, 25% more per cast. So I guess it gets stronger as it is being used. That's interesting. Thailand Overkill, they breathe. Their range of their breath has been increased to 4.5, that's amazing, okay. And fire ticks every 1 second. Self heal increased to 50%, that's great. Okay, now they could have actual potential for farming bases, okay. Fire drive and blowpipe and a couple other combats, okay. They boost all DPS types, okay. Okay. So basically it's all damage increase that it is supposed to be, as the tooltip says, but in reality it was not the case. Now it is. Okay, Glitch and Gator Face, Glass Gas scaling adjusted to 10, 20, 30 and 40 depending on the rarity. Okay, Night Stalker and Ravage, and they enter stealth every 10 seconds for 5 seconds. Deal double damage while stealthed. Okay, Victory and Tiger Chest. Now affect range special bots equipping Star Saber and Destroyers, they gain additional 15% health, so I think that's extra on top of everything that they have. So let me check. Let me also get some water because my throat is so sore from all the talking. Okay. Okay. So do I have a 5-star? Yes, I do. I want to see the health increase. Okay, so I guess you gain additional health when they are on Star Saber. On top of everything that you got previously, you get more. Okay. Let me up them more. Let's see. I want to see all the differences. Luckily, I have Combat Spark to spare now. Okay, and they get the okay. So health boost becomes pretty hefty. Okay, and now range is extra long. Okay. Let's see if I put him on someone like Vector. Let's see how it interacts. Let's see it on Vector. And it's an invisible gun, okay. But I wanna see it in action. How it actually looks like. Vector. Yeah, let's see. That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. So, I guess it's like an invisible gun and bugged animation. Okay. It's like he's attacking with some, you know, he's like doing gestures with his hands, and things are getting damaged. But I'm not sure about the range. I think there may be some range issues. Yeah, he's walking close by, really close. This is a very close range. I don't think the range is really appropriate. Let me now check again. Yeah, it says extra long, but it's not extra long. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely go over that. Okay, now character nerfs. Area and slipstream range has been reduced from 30 to 25. Okay, Beachcomber Deluge, significant nerf, basically no more cheers. Hack will only pulse once. Okay, and here's the duration depending on the rarity. Okay, it also gives now DPS increase to the bot. Okay, and G1 golden coating. Oh, you gain a reflection shield, and I believe if you have a G metal and it's a 5-star, you reflect 65% of all incoming damage. Reapplies every 10 seconds. This is powerful. 65% reflect is powerful. Still, reduce health has been reduced to align with other melee special. Okay, I'll see how it goes. Blueshriek and Violator, basically they lose health reduction because it was causing crashes in lower leagues, and the slowdown has been kept to only 20 seconds and not unlimited like previously. Costs change from 5+8 to 8+4. Okay, so first couple early casts are cheaper, but later on becomes expensive. Okay. BW Silverbolt cost increased to 4+8. It used to be 6+4 on latest, but I told them like that doesn't make sense. So now it's 4+8. So let me now check in game. Is it actual? 4+8. Okay, yeah. And let's also check the stats. Let's check the stats with the full core. Now he only exists as a 4-star. He doesn't have a 5-star variant. Okay. It doesn't do much damage, honestly. So you disable target. Okay, you inflict acid damage on top of it. The acid damage blocks healing. Okay. Let's test. Okay, let's test quickly. Let's try it out. Why is his power so tiny? I thought I had him maxed out, but I guess I did not. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's try build level 8 will do fine. Okay, let's try and see what happens. So he should be stopping the defense from healing. Okay, so he should block heal. Let's see. He does block healing. But I think that health bars are out of sync, which sucks if that's the case. Okay. I hope they will do proper buff when he gets a 5-star, but currently that's not really amazing. Okay, Big Daddy and Groundhog, their attack range is being reduced from 28 to 15 to prevent them from being basically sent out of the zone, because people currently are abusing an exploit, so it cannot be abused anymore. Okay, Computron Leo, okay, the hack is now countered by anti-hack, also no longer has a stealth passive. So I guess cores like Lich Maximo can protect you now from hack. Okay, I think. Grapple and Dirtbag Mine's interval has been increased from 10 to 30 seconds. Also, it was apparently causing crashes. Leopard and Pentacle Inferno, damage decreased significantly. Okay, range reduced from 28 to 24 and cost increased to 7+4. Okay, Lightspeed and Iron Bison, range reduction adjusted to 95%, was 100% before. Yeah, that was definitely too much, but 95 is fair now. Okay. Optimal Optimism TM2 Megatron, range decreased to 15. Okay, cost up. Range reduced, basically. Okay. Phase is now a disabled, so it can be countered by warriors. Okay. Your nation God Neptune no longer have water damage. God Sting has no more tidal wave effects. Now applies 10-second disable and electric damage over time on charge. Tidal wave no longer reduces building stats or extends disables. Now grants 40% absorption shield for 5 seconds. Area radius reduced from 8 to 5. Range reduced. Okay, yeah, that one was heavily nerfed. Okay, God Splitter damage reduced by 50%. Oh man. No explosions on disable after that effect moved to 5 star. These two abilities are kind of annihilated, honestly. Record result increased health and DPS of decoys. Okay, yeah, I think they went overboard. Sea Spray and Octopunch now deal damage that the tooltip says. Previously this was doing way too much damage. We are currently monitoring this change once it goes live. We don't want to get any bots. We've done nerfs too. Okay, so yeah, like I said, they may be actually paying attention, so they will be adjusting him hopefully. Scouts no longer disable a lock. All scouts now mirror the Chromium Alphabet 3-second disable on a 5-second cooldown. Base range slightly reduced. Okay. Smokeskin and Breakneck ability 11 no longer applies glass gas. Execute has been rescaled, so basically 5 star at ability level 11 will have a 50% execute range. So that's that's something at least. Tasmanic Hidden Antagon ability cost increased to basically that I covered that part. Tracks and Cutthroat cost has been increased from 2+5 to 2+7. Ironically, before they are getting their 5 star, but okay. Trailbreaker and Exhaust cost increased to 4+2. Still, it's healthy, it's fair. Now fixes. Okay, so Aerial Slipstream added explosion checks, 20-second timer, added extra checks to prevent double damage procs. Okay. Alpha Trine and Tar no longer deal double damage. Afterbreaker and Flamethrower fix disable and damage tooltip correlations. Ariel and Scylla ability level buff corrected. Okay. Break and Gabu duration has been reduced. Okay. BW Ironhide and Sea Claim ability duration was 6 seconds, now has been fixed. But ironically, they do not mention that the damage has been reduced significantly. Let me show you. I'll show you the live version as well. Live version does a ton of damage. I do not know why they did not disclose that nerf. Yeah, he does peanut damage, 830. Yeah, peanut damage. Okay. And what does the tooltip say? 800. Yeah. Okay. So they do what tooltip says. Okay. Now let me show you the live version. Live version hits really hard, and level is around similar. Okay, base trials. Where are they? Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, I think this one is one level higher, but still, you're gonna see the significant damage increase. That's like what, 4k damage? Yeah, he's hitting like a freight truck. I do not understand why they did not disclose that nerf. He has been heavily nerfed. Boom. That's a heavy nerf. I think that should have been disclosed, it shouldn't been just dropped quietly, But okay, let's continue. Okay, we read this one. BW Prowl now this fire. Okay, Brainstorm and Skyhawk added extra same time kill checks, so buildings dying fast simultaneously can double dip on damage. Explosion now heals stealth targets. Okay. Saint Kill. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a nerf to Brainstorm and Geihawk because their damage has now been capped. So they no longer have what I call the domino effect. That's a nerf. Okay. Blue Streak and Wild Rider fixed, Wall Bumpish. Okay. Billbot cores, yeah. Water is now Creo, and all buildings, all Billbot cores basically have now same damage reduction. Okay. Combiner Decoys no longer trigger the beacon ever. Okay, that's very good. Cheat on Black Arachnia, yeah, added vehicle protection, we've been through that as well. Defense for the bomb is jump, ability always deals acid, tooltips and disable now standardized, VFX corrected. Okay. Fire Dragon Blow Pop deal 20% less damage to walls. Okay. For Forge of Souls grants hack immunity to all star levels, very nice. G1 Optimus and G1 Megatron standardized, disabled template, tooltips updated, no power change. I guess they made. I'm not sure what this really means, so let me check. Okay, the G1, do I have it here? I do. You gain invulnerability, shield that blocks all damage and disable. So basically it means now it should properly protect you from any sort of disable and stuns. Okay. Okay. Grapple and dirt by mine explosion damage correct. Yeah, it used to do less damage than it was displayed. So now it does proper. Okay. Golden Lagoon no longer stacks with other reflection effects. Okay. Hoist and Crankcase. Healing aligned to 1 second ticks. Range fixed for 5-star. Finally they fixed the range for 5-star. Finally. Hot Rod and Nemesis Prime. Invulnerability shield can be removed by... Okay, it can be removed. Okay. Ironhide and Bludgeon now use collect electric damage type tooltip updated. Okay. Laser Optimus and Hermana Megatron tooltip clarified to include 5 seconds disable. Okay. Lightspeed 9 Bison upgrade description corrected. Okay. A long haul and Alpha Bravo G1. Armor plating lasts full battle was 2 seconds. Okay. Interesting. Nose Cone and Drill Horn. Basically all have same range. Finally they have all same range, and they should basically all stars should now be viable, to an extent. Metal Hook and Bomb Burst. Cost has been increased from 3+3 to 4+4. That's a bit of a heavy nerf, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Multiple DPS element errors. Okay, so a good chunk of boss now display correct DPS. Okay. Night Stalker and Ravage was only crit doubling if equipped bot was alive, since it was cast by that bot. Now retargeted as a true passive on Night Stalker and Ravage. Okay, so basically they now work as intended. Prowl and Brawl deal damage now matches tooltip. Okay. Punch and Counter Punch stealth and disable effects have been unified and rescale. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of fixes really. So that meant okay, damage tooltip, okay. Raiden ability has been nerfed. Okay, so 4-star ability now protects from acid damage and only decases by 30%. So yeah, I don't think they will be really defensive. I don't think we will really see them on defense anymore. That's a heavy nerf, but okay. Rook and Blood Decoys no longer target walls. That's amazing. Finally. Rank and Shoot now count as shields. Okay. As less than scavenge ability, yeah, we've seen that as well. SB Megatron and Optimus no longer reduce movement speed. Okay. Sawtooth and Zori now correctly scales with DPS buffs. Okay, so basically if you get buffs to your DPS, it will also scale and work, so that's a nice buff. Sentius Twins AI Knight prefers to attack defenses over resource building, so I guess it has kind of a built-in tactician when you are... Okay, interesting. C-Spray and Octopunch, yeah, we've been through that as well. Okay. SG Jetfire and Thunder Cracker Jones now use shield VFX. Okay. Smoke Screen and Breaking, that's a big one. Fixed inconsistencies with execute if damage reduction was applied to the target. So finally they execute if the target is in execute range. Finally. 6 gun trigger happy. Okay, matches tooltip. Okay. Skyrim and Galvatronus, now the shield has been corrected to 10 seconds. Okay. Yeah, these are all mostly a bit fixes so that things work as intended rather than some significant changes, but okay, it can be helpful. Okay, some clarifications. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, not super important. Okay, war effects, yeah. So we will have double war effects once the balance patch drops for 14 days. Balance patch will drop on 22nd of July, And war effects have been now, see, that's easier. They are a lot easier now. Cybertron and Prime League, they only get 5% to health. Prime League had, I believe, 15% extra stats. And hard mode now only also Prime League hard mode gives 5% damage to stats instead of 10, and the shield generator and MDS gain 20% health. So basically, in Prime League everywhere, buildings had, basically, if you played on hard mode, they had 25% total more stats, and combiner also was bulkier. This is easier, definitely. Well, MDS and shield generator will have now 30% extra health instead of 25, but everything else will be much easier, so something to consider. Still, effects are easier, definitely. Now, ability 11s. Okay, interesting. SG Jetfire and Tide Cracker. Decoys explode upon death, dealing 2 times your DPS as normal damage. Okay, this one could be really good. Okay, coming soon. Tiger Hawk and Waspinator. Yeah, ability 11. Basically, the Blizzard will now, the slow has been increased from 45 to 70%. Okay, and Minerva and Vril will need more time. Okay, yeah, indeed, a few. That was a mouthful. And I put, okay. The bottle fell down. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting a bit tired from the entire thing. So, overall, yeah, very interesting set of changes, and a very interesting, especially about. Let's see, I do have him maxed out. Let's upgrade him. Let's also for the end of the stream, let's check out SG Jetfire. I just need a ton of spark. Okay, that's 2. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's pop some extra Xenogen just in case. Oh, okay, now let's check them, let's upgrade them to ability level 11. Does it stack with rank upgrades? It should, but we do not know. That's a good question, and I guess I can ask them. But yeah, good question. It should. It's supposed to. But let's see, it's supposed to, yeah. Well, let's just try him like this, sure. It's fine. Base trials, okay, SG Jetfire, and let's see. I maybe have to attack harder base because okay, so his damage is great, perfect. Okay, now let's see the drones. Let's see drones get damaged. And they do not have a health bar. Okay, 1.5k explosion. Let's see what else. Let's see how much will this one deal once it explodes. $1.5k again. And yeah, I think so. 1.5k. So let me check his DPS. Okay, first let's check his DPS. Yeah, it's not quite 2 times. It's not quite 2 times. 1.5k based on this. Yeah, it's not 2 times, definitely. You know, and I'm talking about base DPS. You know, base DPS he is 945. So without tanks, without passives, anything. Yeah, I don't think they scale properly. So I'm gonna mention that as well. That's very interesting. Very interesting that you got that. Okay. Oh, and we have a Connor coming in with a massive donation again. Thank you a lot. Ironically, I was just about to end the stream, due to being exhausted, but thank you for coming in. Yeah, I was just about showing the SG Jetfire, and yeah, it's his ability 11 is meant to deal 2 times DPS as normal damage, but it's not. It's really not the case. Yeah, it feels meh. Yeah, definitely. They take a long time to even die, and the amount of damage done, yeah, it's definitely. I agree with you. I'm gonna mention that as well to Dale, and hopefully he does something about it. Hopefully, yeah, he does something about it, because this definitely needs to be buffed quite a bit. Yeah, drones, they kinda suck. Now, what they had proposed for Whirl was that his ability would increase to 10 seconds, which would be a huge damage increase, massive. But yeah, they pulled that back. I guess they thought that was too much, but I think I felt like that was fair. But okay, well, I'm not sure now what about the balance patch, right? I think I covered most of it, he has ability level 11 and others, yeah, only he is ready to an extent, right? Tiger Hawk and Waspinator, it's not available, but yeah, this will be basically changed to 70%. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's mostly it for the most part. Oh yeah, he does his own thing. I'm interested now. I'm interested in how it interacts with Amalgamous. I want to see spray with Amalgamous. How is the interaction? It should work, but let's see if it actually does work. Sea spray's in. Okay, so let's see sea spray and if Amalgamous actually works. So volatile mixture does okay. So volatile mixture he does okay. Let's see. Okay, so it says 4.49. Okay, so I'm expecting around 5. A bit more. Let's see. It works, but I don't think it's as strong as volatile mixture. Yeah, definitely not. 5.1k, okay. It does give him healing, but otherwise I don't think Amalgamous really works. Yeah, I don't think that's quite there. But yeah, many times when I use SG Jetfire's ability, they don't even die before the battle is over. The decoys, yeah, definitely. For me, the same thing happens. So yeah, I think this is a very skippable ability level 11. Yeah, Melvin, another stream. Although I was very close to ending it. As I'm getting quite a bit tired, and I've been streaming for about almost 3 hours now. So yeah, I'm definitely getting very tired. But yeah, I honestly don't know what else to cover. I've been to a decent chunk, I guess I could go for play. I'd like to level up my bots a little bit more, so I guess I could hit some events. Now let me just think who would be next in line that I would like to upgrade, and let's also spend some extra. Let me also up the ability level of my Cosmos. Yeah, that's great. And now I can do this. Gain a flat damage increase 5% plus 5% damage every ability use afterwards. I think that's a big increase. Let me check. For 20 seconds you gain 50% damage increase. That increases by 5% for I think this is powerful. I think this is pretty strong. You know what, let's go for it, let's go for it. I intend to use him on my defense as well, so let's go for it. But I also gonna need more energy on, and I want to level up other bots. So I'm gonna give Cosmos his appropriate core, the attack core, because it's ironically better for everything. Can you play it at more than 120 FPS? BlueStacks is limited, I believe. I haven't tried it on PC with lossless scaling. More than 60, I think it's capped at 60. Let me check settings for... It's as smooth as I am able to get it on PC, 60. But let me check game settings. Where is it? Graphics. So I can see the actual FPS. Okay, let's try enable high frame rate. Okay, let's try. Let's try to set it to 120. Let's see what happens. Save changes. Okay, I have to restart it. Okay, let's restart and let's find out. But I think it wasn't the case for me. But let's see. Just gonna let it restart and, well, see what happens. Hopefully, I mean, it would help. Okay, let's open Transformers. And let me also check if... Okay, I think it's fine. Yeah, they definitely have some full screen problems when recording. But now they seem to work fine. Okay. Yeah, this feels like 30 FPS. Despite being pushed to quote-unquote more, it feels less. It doesn't feel as smooth. Definitely not. Okay, and let me recheck again. Let's display FPS. Yeah, it's 30. Yeah, I was right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna but if I enable VSync, okay. Okay, no. Okay, wait. Let's keep high frame rate on, but let's say something like this. I still take to restart. Okay, yeah. No, ironically, this works better. You know, enabling VSync actually gives you more FPS for whatever reason. I don't know why. I don't really understand it. The reasoning behind it. It's just it's emulation again. I haven't tried it on Google Play Beta. I guess I could try download it for the next stream to see how it works there. But so far BlueStacks does get good performance for me, and it's easier to play because of on-screen thing. So okay. FPS also says 29. But to me, live, it feels more than 30 FPS. It definitely feels much more than 30. Maybe refresh because of refresh rate, but definitely feels more. For sure. Graphics, performance. It feels more, definitely. Yeah, to me it feels like 60, despite looking like, despite it saying 30. Are you able to play at a better resolution? So said you can't increase the frame rate. I mean, I can try push resolution further. I mean, the game does look pretty good, honestly, from at least from my point of view. I guess I could try, you know, let's see what happens. Let's push it to... Let's try like this. Let's try. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm definitely not hardware limited. Definitely not. It's kind of wonky. You know, you have to. It's emulation after all, so it's not quite as the actual phone. But let's see. Let's see how it looks like at a high resolution. Although I don't think this should really be affected on the stream because I'm streaming at 1920 by 1080, so I'm not sure if it will be visible on the stream. Maybe, we'll see what happens. Okay, so performance is the same, and to me, uh, it's it looks good. You know, it feels smooth. Um, looks clean. Okay, let me, you know, load a model, a character. I mean, okay, it looks as usual, really. I mean, honestly, it looks good to me. Now, again, I'm not sure if the stream can actually show it, because again, I'm streaming at 1080, and also YouTube does the compression additionally. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, I guess that's how many. That's how I got it working for this at least. Phew. Okay. Honestly, I'd like to level someone up. I'd love to level some bots more. And let's also let's put a higher power bots in here. Okay, let's put us in here. You and you. Let's go like this. Now, let me see what do I have available for leveling up. Let me see, how far are you? I think he would be interesting. Let's see, Star Saber. I like Star Saber genuinely, so maybe I would like to put him to like 67. Okay, let's see, slash 65. Okay, that's fair. They're all fairly leveled up. 67, that's fair. You know, 66, all reasonably leveled up. Rotor Storm 65, yeah, also reasonably leveled up. So yeah, 65 here as well. Yeah, honestly, the boards that I care about are mostly leveled up. Let's see, Minerva, what level are you? 65. Maybe I could level up my 4-star Minerva a little bit more for my second squad. I guess that could be, or I'm not sure, you know. I leveled up the boss that I like really care about. I guess I could level up the, you know, the weak bots, quote unquote. So I'm gonna give them this score to kind of push them at least a little bit more and speed up their leveling process. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to power level. Okay, I did not equip the bot. Double 4-star from 10 premium stream luck is real. Well, if you have something to pull, definitely try to pull while the stream is live. Because I'm not sure how long I will be still live. Again, I'm getting really tired. But yeah, congrats, definitely. And I get a powerful base. Relatively powerful base, okay. Let's try. And it's from Raging Horde on. Yeah, they're decent guys. Very decent alliance. So it's not weak alliance at all. Let's do this. Maybe I can pull it off. Definitely gonna need to do some heavy damage. Okay. Phew. Vector is healing so much. Okay, let's drop the decoys. And I guess I can hope that decoy is gonna pull it off. No. So close. Man. Let's see how much. Level 48. I mean, this is just so annoying. So annoying. Okay, let's skids. Okay. Maybe I like to level him up a little bit more as well, I guess. So I'm gonna transfer the core over to him. I can go for 5-star on my alt. Which should I go for? I have cleared me flatten. Maybe bet 17 because like I said previously, Tasmania Kid and Antagony, they are not getting nerfed, so maybe they would be your best bet. So feel free to give it a try. I'd probably recommend these guys as well. They're gonna get nerfed at some point, you know. It's like I also said, it's the usual space ape thing. Or well, now you're the one thing. Now it's gonna be definitely happen of release good stuff, nerf later, so people, you know, repeat the cycle of going for powerful bots. But yeah, that's something that you should consider. Okay, let's go over there. Man, the sharks are annoying. Okay, let's drop decoys. Okay, and I guess I can just let kids do his thing, you know, and die. And then decoys are pretty much the ones that I'm counting on to finish the base. They pulled it off, okay. I think that should have skids leveled up. I got mine with nice purpose. Yeah, definitely. I just upgraded mine to level 11 and level 67. So, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with him. Let's see this light speed. Yeah. What about Metal Hawk? Yeah, I can. I don't have Hejivan cord. I don't feel like wasting energy, so I'm gonna go in. No, like just like this. Shadow Dragon. I think we had before another player from this alliance. At least that's how I feel like. Okay. Okay. A little bit more damage. AoE as well, I guess. Well, I'm just leveling up a little bit and then I'm probably gonna be close to ending the stream as I'm getting really tired from the whole day. And you know, it's been like 3 hours that I've been streaming now, so I'm getting sleepy. So I'm gonna guess spend some fuel cells and pretty much it. Yeah, we went over the balance page changes, some of the bots that were there. Okay, and he's almost 50. Okay, that's such a low blow, but okay. Do we have also him? So let's level him up as well. Core transfer, sure. He should be 50, hopefully. Yeah, just so many 5 stars to now level up. Okay, silver bolt. So let's do this. Whew. decoys. Alright, and let's just wrap up. Boom. Okay, now. He's almost leveled up. Impactor. I'm considering to invest a little bit into him. And maybe that's not the worst idea, you know, maybe that's not so bad of an idea. Or maybe, you know, she's so close up, so let's maybe... Ariel is great. You know, very similar to Optimus in terms of ability. So let's try and level her up, you know, for these two battles. I know HQ 17, okay. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, and then probably one more battle and then I'm gonna have to slowly end the stream because I'm really exhausted. And just wait for the timeout. Okay, got the points. Perfect. A bit inconvenient that the placement of that combiner beacon. I have to be very careful about trying to dodge it. Yeah, it's just totally unavoidable, but luckily it's only Bruticus. Okay, let's fight him down. Let's win. Let's just win, you know, for probably the last battle of the stream. Okay, not as much destruction as I hoped to do. Yeah, that's very kind of little. But I can also focus targets now with Minerva to kind of amplify their DPS. I can also use this to get some extra points, I guess. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's still a win. It's still a win. So let's actually, now that I'm here, let's do something that I wanted to do for a very long time. I need more. Yep. Combiner. Scroll. Omega Supreme. Let's make him 5-star, huh? I'm not gonna speed it up, definitely. No need. I'm gonna be patient, but yeah, finally I'm upgrading my Omega Supreme to 5-star. So that's also something But yeah, and let's also, I think I have this binary bonding. Let's open this chest. Of course, not a single BB. I didn't really hope to get any, but yeah, honestly, I'm getting quite a bit exhausted, so I think I will have to end the stream slowly. I've been going on for about 3 hours now, and I really want to thank everyone who dropped by. Really, we had a very fair chunk of people come in, so thank you everyone, really. And also I want to thank Connor especially for a donation in almost last minute. Really appreciate all of you guys, and yeah, I'm a bit tired, like I said, so I'm gonna have to slowly end the stream. But yeah, thank you guys, really thank you for coming by, and I really hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, have